say 1:30. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
Right there, thank you.
Thank you. Let the record reflect the jury stepped out. Counsel remain along with the defendant, assistant state attorneys, and our witness. Madam, you want to step outside for a minute? Thank you. Just wait outside.
Hey guys, y'all, I wanted to talk about this.
So what do you
Watching it
anticipate
this
this?
morning. Oh my God, hold on.
That her answer would start with, he FaceTimed my daughter from the 772 number. Question, yeah. Answer, unless he got rid of that phone. He FaceTimed my daughter that morning at 4 a.m. in the morning, yeah. Question, what's your daughter's number? Her number is 506-321-506-1313. But she may have another number because I changed her. She lost her cell phone and got another number. Her old number was, question, no, cause, answer. Her old number was 877-9609-321. Question, no. See, I have his phone records and you know, he never called it. There was never, answer. You have the 772-713-9807? Question, 90, yeah, 9807.
Okay.
Answer, I don't know whose phone that he called and FaceTimed with. I talked to him on FaceTime.
So, assuming that I let this portion in, is this going to be a reoccurring theme? That what else are you going to ask her about?
In terms of that, as well as the initial part where she says she doesn't recall what he said verbatim. That would be the part where he's saying that someone just shot the car up and was trying to shoot them. So I asked him if he was okay, where he was, and he's like, there's a car coming behind him, like hiding. He was like, there's some, there's some, I think they're still out here or something. So I'm like, are you okay? He's like, I'm okay. I said, well, where are Zach and Juby? And he said, I don't know if they're in the car. I think they're dead.
And that's the portion that you're looking to have admitted?
So far, based on her current state of her testimony to this point.
Is there anything else?
If there's anything else that she doesn't remember on that, for example, the Frito Bang or Carter Bivens is his actual name, aspects of that, anything about the condo in Miami, about the blood on the clothes. There's another part later on where she then describes the conversation again that he said. He just basically said that his friend they just got killed, and that he was like, there was lights coming, somebody's coming, someone's coming. I'm like, are they still out there, you know? Question, answer, it's like I don't know. And I said, we're on our way, just so you know, stay put, we'll come get you. So at this time, I'm thinking he's somewhere hiding in the bushes somewhere from whoever shot him.
Hey guys.
And the statement goes on, there's other things that you're trying to get out through this witness that you're concerned that she may or may not remember.
Those are the relevant portions, Your Honor. There's a lot of other things that she indicates in the statement that I would agree would not be relevant, and that wouldn't prove an essential fact that is at issue in this case. So I would not be seeking to insert the entire statement.
Basically, the portions that you just elicited.
Yes,
Correct.
and I can I have the ability to, in a Word document, to isolate those so that they can be succinctly read, provided to defense as well, so they would have copies. But the case law is clear and the statute is clear. The state cannot introduce that statement but the fence would be able to if they so chose.
Thank you. And your objection is?
Your Honor, we have a copy of her deposition, which makes clear.
Can I stop you for a second?
I'm sorry.
What is counsel reading from that? What are you reading from that?
I am reading from her statement of December 12th of 2018.
You're reading from a statement, not a deposition.
Correct.
Thank you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Thank you. And before I go any further, Your Honor, I meant no disrespects. And I appreciate your, and understand your authority, and you were making decisions. Whatever reaction I had was not intended to convey disrespect, whether I agree with your decisions or not. Her deposition of December 14th, 2022 will clarify the issue of whether this is a failure of recollection that the state is trying to refresh, or whether or not this witness has recanted her statement and is making an entirely different statement about the facts of that night. In this deposition, she is not claiming not to recall. She said she wasn't certain about the time of the call, but she quickly got herself together and came down here, and it took about 3 to 4 hours, like she said, and she got here around 12 or 1 o'clock, which would place that call at 8 or 9 o'clock. There are several other substantive statements that indicate that she is recanting that statement she gave on that day. She says the reason that she gave the statement was because her daughter was threatened with arrest, like she said here.
Threatened.
She said that she feels threatened, and the first thing she said there,
Threatened.
she's not talking about Jamel, she's talking about the state. She's on an ankle bracelet. They arrested her in the Virgin Islands and brought her over here. And the statements she's making in her deposition do not support and are I wouldn't say they contradict, but they're not the statements that are made in the statement that the state seeks to elicit. If the rules allowed her to put a witness on just to get in a prior statement, then they'd be in okay territory. The rules don't permit that. She's creating this pretext. Oh, you forgot that? Well, let me read it into the record. I would offer the court a copy of this deposition over lunch to review that makes it clear that she is recanting. She is not forgetting. She is recanting. And that's exactly what these cases speak to, and the process that the state is, what they're attempting to engage in is to violate and circumvent the rule and admit out-of-court statements for the truth of the matter asserted, which are hearsay, which are recognized to create constitutional problems, which have resulted in some of these cases and murder cases being reversed.
Return, yep.
Murder convictions being reversed.
Yep.
And she's inviting error into this court, into this trial. And we'd ask the court to at least get a context of what is going on here, whether this is a failure of recollection, whether that's the way she's fashioning it, or whether or not what she said in her deposition does not comport with what she said in that statement that she's recanting, and whether the state is just using this rule as a pretext to get the statements that they're not committed to.
Thank you. You have the statement from Ms. Holmes as well?
I do, Your
And that
Honor.
was taken under oath?
It was, yes, it's a sworn statement from Ms. Oath, from Ms. Holmes in December of 2018. And Your Honor, I would also add that some of the timeframe and the issues of that, those were actually clarified because defense provided the state with reciprocal discovery of Ms. Jamie King's phone records, which authenticate the statements, for example, that Felicia Holmes said she immediately told Jamie King. That is shown in Ms. King's phone records,
Who's Jamie King?
the defendant's mother. So there's outside sources that corroborate the sum and substance of her December 2018 statement.
All right, so I'm going to take the statement. If there's no objection, I'll take the statement and the deposition. I'll read those over lunch, and then see everybody back here at 1:15. I told the jury to be back at 1:30. We'll resolve those issues, and we'll move forward. All right?
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
do you guys think about this? I'm only kind of addressing what she said because that was the first thing that kind of popped in my mind. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. And you guys know for a fact that plenty of times the government will make threats to individuals, all right, and forcing them to come in for testimony, and then because of the threats of them being them saying that they're going to use them as being accomplices and stuff, people say stuff and trying to get themselves not into that situation. But I'm so glad that she when she first came in, she said she feels threatened. And that is one of the questions when they ask you, do you feel threatened? Why are you here? Guys, really? Anybody have any opinion? Let me put this in a link.
A romantic relationship with someone named Jamel Simmons, also known as YNW Melly.
Yes, she did.
When was she involved in that romantic relationship with Melly?
I'm thinking maybe 2016 or so to maybe 2019, 20.
Okay. Did you have the opportunity to meet Mr. Simmons?
Yes, I did.
What did you refer to him as?
I called him Jamel Melly.
You see him here in the courtroom?
Yes, I do.
Where is he?
He's right here.
And what's he wearing?
A white turtleneck and a gray jacket.
Your may the record reflect in court identification of the defendant.
Yes, the record will reflect the in-court identification of the defendant.
So in October of 2018, had you met the defendant prior?
Yes, I did.
How many times had you met him in person prior to that?
A couple.
A couple?
Now tell me
Two,
something. You were
maybe.
in a position.
Okay. Did you follow him on social
that
media?
your
I'm not sure. In 2018, I wasn't know.
accessory to
Did
a
you know
crime
if he had social
virtually.
media at that time?
What was your reaction
I didn't know. I
as
didn't.
a parent?
Did you have social media?
But you really
at
don't
that
know
time?
what
Yes, I did.
happened.
And what was your social
Call
media
competition
handle?
I'm sorry.
What was your social media name
My name. For which one?
for Instagram?
Instagram. It's like Bling Queen 258.
Did you have a Snapchat at that time?
I don't think so. If I did,
Okay, I have to stop this for a minute. But guys, what do you think? What are you thinking about this whole thing here in regards to the mother on the stand? This is the mother of Melly's ex-girlfriend. Okay, she's on the stand. Supposedly, she's the one she's the one who gave testimony into regarding to the phone conversation that her daughter had with Melly on a FaceTime or whatever type of visual type of conversation that the daughter had. And the government at the time was the state at the time was questioning, not the state, I guess the police, whatever. They threatened the mother that if you don't give a testimony, a deposition, we're going to charge your daughter with accessory to the crime. Now, the girl was not even there. The girl was just on the telephone. So, and this is a tactic that a lot of time these law enforcement individuals will use. They will use threatening things to make you say something. And then later on, now it's like she's recanting because at the time she was fearful. This is what she's saying. Good afternoon, Gotti. But I mean, this is what she's saying. Now, whether or not you believe her or not, my thing is, I think she was saying stuff to protect her child, to make sure her child does not be charged or be held in something she had nothing to do. You get what I'm saying? Had nothing to do with. Because remember, he was saying that the guy had sent the girlfriend a picture of his penis and all this kind of stuff, but the girl ain't got nothing to do with it. And even with the testimony she said that she heard the daughter talking to him, and he said something about that where Melly was, asked where Melly was, not Melly, where Juvie and the other guy was, and they said it was in the car. He said, where was he? He didn't know where they were. He think they're dead and all this kind of stuff. So as a parent, her first thing is to protect my child. I don't want my child to go to jail for something that I know she has and if I have to throw anybody in the bus, I'm not putting my child part of it. So I'm gonna throw everybody under the bus. So she might have said some things that led them to even believe in certain things. And now she recanting her statement because now it's like, somebody must have told her you can't be scared of your daughter going to jail when your daughter don't have anything to do with it. You get what I'm saying? But because there was law enforcement, there was state, she said some things that now she's like, she knew she wasn't right saying it, you know? And she said she's scared. She was scared. She's scared now. She's scared that if she says something on stand that didn't fit what was said before, that she was going to go to jail. That is what she just said on the stand. And you should not be forced to testify in fear because of what they could do, because you know they have the power. And that's the unfair thing. This cases has been overturned because of the threats that the law enforcement or the state has placed on people. People should be able to tell exactly what they know instead of a fear of something going to happen to this person. You get what I mean? I understand what I said about that. And I believe that's a lot stuff that happened in a lot of cases that we have talked about. A lot of cases. You know, I don't mean to be bringing back Mr. Kelly, but that was one of the cases. Do you remember? One of the witnesses said that the government was pressuring them, that they forced them. They didn't want to be there, but they forced them to be there on the witness stand. Remember that. They said they didn't want to testify. And they will allow them to lie on the stand as long as it fit the narrative that they want to be brought out. And this is where the unfair advantage that the state and the government has on these individuals. And that's not what you call, that's not justice. That's not justice, guys. You can't say that's justice when somebody's threatening you to do something. If you don't do it, this is going to happen to you. And they have the power to get you. So a lot of people are going to jail because of people saying false statement, because of all of them state that they didn't want to testify. Exactly, perspective. All of them in Mr. Kelly's case. But they threatened them. They threatened that they were going to put the parents in jail because the parents are supposed to be doing this. I mean, what you going to do? What would you do as a person who has a family? You love your family. You're going to try to protect your family by all means necessary, even if it means throwing that person that they accuse under. Yes, Vicky. Yes, Vicky said, do you remember the one of the alleged victim with Mr. Kelly sent him a letter after trial apologizing for testifying? Yeah. And the reason why I came up to this because I admire her strength to even say something about it. Because now it's on record that she's afraid because I was threatened. My daughter was threatened. So that's the reason why I gave this particular deposition statement, because of what I was fearful. I don't want my daughter to go to jail. Who wants their kid to go to jail for something that they know the kid ain't got nothing to do with? Your daughter's not even there, but then they're going to make a threat that your daughter's going to be placed as an accessory. She's not even in the car. How do you make those kind of threats? How do you make those kind of threats? But she said what she had to say. Whatever that appeased them at the time, she said it in order for her daughter not to go to jail. And they could make anybody go to jail just by making up stuff. You know what I mean? You know, come on, y'all. Come on. Yeah, I know the way these crooked, corrupt people in the court system do. And I'm just telling you facts. They just make up stuff. And I go by my own personal experience. I can tell you my own personal experience when somebody lie and then they still got me in the courtroom. You get what I mean? because they want to fit their agenda. If that lie continued, I would have been, I don't know what would have happened if the lie continued. Because they can make up stuff. They can make stuff disappear, make people disappear. I mean, just, we know for a fact. And we can't, and I'm going to give kudos to that mom. She's not scared anymore. And she's on the in the court witness stand right now, and she is telling her truth of what happened to her, why she said so. She's recanting. Now they're saying that the state's trying to say, oh, she lied, so they're going to impeach her. How are you going to impeach somebody when you force them to say certain things? And now all of a sudden you're going to impeach her? She's recanting because she realized that she has strength, she has power. You can't do nothing to her daughter now. Good morning, Rita. Good morning. Let me put this in here. And see, the thing is, in Mr. Kelly's case, those witnesses were scared because it was what the feds, because you know, when the feds get you in big trouble because the feds got this 99.9% blah, 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 because they scare people. Because they know that, you know, with the feds, they can look at your phone record. They can make anything you do innocent to be a crime, okay? Anything we do in this, we can walk down the street on the wrong side, they could find a way to put you in jail for that. That's the way the feds are. Because everything they consider innocent, especially when you have this thing right now here, this little thing, no matter what you do, could become a federal crime. Because what? This is interstate commerce type of thing. So anything you do over this cell phone, because the cell phone goes intrastate and all over the place, and you know, so you could do something, say one word on this phone here, and it could become a federal crime. I'm telling you. That's why they make this thing so attachable to you that you can put your bank account, you put everything in here because it's easy to convict with this thing here. I'm just giving you guys some 411. 411. They make the phone so like useful that you can't leave the house without it. And if you do any crime, they can get you. Exactly. You're right, Felicia. Felicia says that the feds let people pile up without correction, then bam. Exactly. Sylvia, when was the last time you spoke or seen T. London? She was here last night. She was here yesterday on my live. She was here. Well, you could email her, sir. What's wrong with your fingers? Email her. Don't be putting me in the middle of this. He gonna ask. You've been hiding in the bushes. Rita, tell him, Rita. But this case is very interesting. I was not going to do anything, you know, on it until I was watching it today. I was like, what? Hold up. The first thing she got up on there, she said she's scared. And everybody in the little chat, because I was reading the chat, and shout out to Law and Crime, because they're the one who's providing the stream for this case. I was looking in the chat, and everybody in the chat was like, "Oh, she's gonna snitch," and I'm like, just because she said she came in here and she's scared doesn't mean she's scared of Melly. Melly don't have the power. Melly's in jail. The people that be scared of is the one that she's talking to in front of her, because they already have plans. Hey, we're going to impeach her because she's recanting her statement. You can recant your statement. And you could give exactly the reason why you said what you said. Yeah, she smiled at him because she know, you know, and I'm telling you, and I think she understands this is life and death here. This is no joke, okay? What I say or what I've said could put this young man in jail, and his life could be taken away. And this is what the people have to understand. This is not like hit you. If this guy, because I don't know what happened. I don't know what the case is, so I really don't know. Hey, darling. Hey, you don't know exactly what happened. You know what I'm saying? But if there is some doubt, there's no way you should put a guilty verdict on a person, and when you don't have concrete evidence, they don't have the murder weapon, right? They don't have all the forensic. The forensic stuff was not treated right. The evidence was not treated correctly. All the testimonies I've seen on this case so far has been what? Weak. They didn't do their job. And so why should somebody be put to death? This is death penalty case here. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. This is a little boy. Because he looked like a little kid, looked like a 12-year-old. That's what he looked like. They have to be very, very, very precise in this. Okay, you can't go by what you feel. He's a gangbang and all that. You got to know for a fact he is the one that did it. Not no shady kind of like it could have hurt. Not circumstantial. It has to be some stuff that shows direct DNA. I mean, direct stuff that he did it. You know what I'm saying? You can't bring his life back. This is a death penalty case. You know, and you can't do stuff and threaten people to get information and try to muscle your way through and getting a win. You can't do that. And that's the problem with the legal system. They do all kind of craziness. I mean, look at what's going on in the Thugs case. Look at what's going on. Look, it's a lot of manipulation, I see a lot of corruption, you know. And if you have an individual, you know that your case is strong, why do you have to do all this extra stuff? Why do you have to do all this extra stuff to try to get a conviction? Why is drugs being passed by somebody who's in jail, an inmate, okay? Why is a deputy communicating with an inmate? Well, I mean, why is stuff being provided to inmates while they're in jail? And it ain't coming straight from the outside. It's because there are people in the jail system that, I mean, in the you know, the ones that I don't know who, you know, like the deputies, I don't even know what they call correction officers. They're doing some things in there too. And this is crazy. And what you heard the prosecutor in Doug's case, that they were looking for, they want the leader. They don't care about anybody else. We want the leader. They putting all kind of cases included in one case to try to get the leader. And why is that? Because what? A lot of people getting some political position. They're getting promotion. They're getting this, getting that. Because what? This is what the society want. They zone in on one particular individual, and it's usually a man of color with some power. They coming back for Bill Cosby. Y'all just see yesterday in Nevada, they filed 9 women coming back with abuse that happened back in the 60s and stuff like that. Y'all gotta pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Because this is crazy. It's crazy. And it's always the one with, I mean, it has to do with money. So I'm taking a look at this case and seeing some of similarities and things like that. And I say kudos to her. She's standing up for herself. And I believe that she was fearful for her child going to jail. And a mother would do anything for their child, not to make sure their child don't go to jail. You know what I mean? And I think now, so I guess somebody must have really told her that, listen, you need to just tell the truth. Tell the truth. Because he even said, I'm on here and I'm afraid if I say something wrong right now, I may go to jail. I don't remember. I don't recall. So I think she's going to eventually tell it all. about, what threats and all that the government did, and law enforcement did. Hey, Vonnie, Galatian, Black Beauty, good morning. VK. I didn't say good morning, everybody. I don't want to slack anybody out. Let me say hello to everybody in here. Hey, Bree. Hey, Trissy. Hey, Kia. Hey, Vicky. Hello, Steph. Bree again. Miami Day. Sharon Dunbar. Felicia Fee. Nakenya. Perspective. Ray Johnson. Let's see. Hey, Randa, baby. Hey, Lady Coltrane. Kimberly again. Linda, what's going on? Miss Superstar of the Sun that has gotten viral. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Coco. Let's see. Anybody else? Hey. Okay, I think I got everybody. Gotti, I spoke with you already. Let's see. Shannon, hello. Let's see. Who else? I think I got everybody. Did I get everybody? Hey, Rita. I think I got everybody in the chat. If I didn't, please forgive me. Taisha, let's see. Vonnie, I said hello to you. Get ready. Letisa, hello. Good afternoon, everybody. I think I got everybody. If I didn't get you, please put your name, say hello, and I will give you that personal attention, okay? That personal attention. So, and I just wanted to get in here and put in my 2 cents, because this is like, do you think we're really going to have real justice around here? Do you think that we're really going to have real justice? I'm talking about real justice in the justice system. Do you think you will have it? Or is it select justice for certain people? What do you think? Come on, answer the question. Hey, you know me. I'm like a teacher. I ask the questions. I need some answer. Stephanie said never. Never. And I think even with I think when you have more money, okay, and I'm not trying to bring up politics, but I'm just going to bring up something. Look at Trump. Now, I'm not saying he did anything. I'm not saying he didn't do anything. I'm just saying that. I'm just saying, look at the difference, y'all. Look at the difference of Trump, and look at the difference of somebody like a Bill Cosby. I'm just going to use Trump, Bill Cosby comparison right here, right? Trump has been charged of being guilty of a lot of things, allegedly. And he's a Caucasian male. He has been said, and there's even video recording of him saying, there's tapes of certain things. And to this day, even with all of the allegations and indictments and all that, he's free out. He's free on bail. He's not even on bail. Is he on bail? Is he on bail? Is he on bail? Stephanie said, due to our race, we already come in a disadvantage. Ooh, that's a statement right there. They have great attorneys. They won't leave any stone unturned. We challenge everything. Vonnie, oh, God. Oh, yes, absolutely. Absolutely. They do not leave any stone unturned. And it's the weirdest thing. I don't care. Even Spacey. Remember Kevin Spacey? Did anything ever happen to Kevin Spacey? Kevin said, if y'all come after me, I'm going to open up my mouth. I'm going to say some stuff. And what happened? The stuff here happened, disappeared. It disappeared from Kevin Spacey. Not so with a man of color. Not so, and I don't care what nobody say. They say, "Oh, you always bringing up the race card." I've been called. Somebody called me racist, y'all. Somebody called me racist. I'm like, Lord, if they only knew. If they only knew. If they only knew. If they only knew. And like people, like a person that's white would say, "I have one white friend." Well, I have an uncle who's white. I have an uncle who's white. My uncle's white. Okay. I have the international family. I got all kinds. I got Asians, I got Spanish, I got Caucasian, I got all kinds of people in my family. We're a mixed mutt in my family. Okay, we got all kinds. Okay, so as far as me being a racist, nah, but I'm a realist of what happens in America, what's going on, what we see, how we're treated differently from others. Hold on. My daughter's calling. Hold on. Hey, you. Hey. Good morning. Yeah, I can hear you. Sorry about that. That was my daughter. She was on her little break and she was checking in on her mom. What was I saying? What was I talking about, guys? What was I talking about? I don't. You see, short-term memory. So I understand about her not remembering stuff because I don't remember. 5 years ago, do I remember? AJ, what's going on, dude? What's going on, AJ? We've been looking for you. Dallas and I've been looking for you. We hadn't seen you up in here. We were talking about you the other day, AJ. What you missed? Well, I was playing the hearing. I mean, the trial, and we were discussing the mother of Melly's ex-girlfriend, Mariah. The mother was on the stand, and when she got up there, she made a statement about her being scared, and that how the state or whoever, I don't know who it is, but on that team, on that side, had threatened her that her daughter would be arrested or charged with accessory to the crime, and she had made some statements in her deposition and also a regular statement, and she's recanting, and what the state tried to do is bring it in saying that she committed perjury to perjure her, so that I guess would bring charges to her. But if you're recanting because you felt threatened, that's totally different from perjurizing yourself, because really, and then the judge did ask, did she say it on the oath? But oh yeah, it's not looking good that they just had examiners on the stand testifying to angle of the bullet inside the car. Well, see, there was some questioning on that too, AJ. You got to listen to the whole thing. You got to listen to the whole thing. Just because the angle of the thing, that doesn't mean that the person did it. Because remember, they don't have the the what's the name, the weapon. Remember, they don't have the weapon, so they're doing a what do you call it? What do you call it? There's no concrete proof of that is what actually happened. There's no concrete proof. This is more theory. No no theory. There is some sort of some doubt, because they don't have that. They need to have you have to have the murder weapon to when you do those forensics things, and you can't show what the bullets came, if it matched this and matched that. They don't have that. They don't have that. All they're doing is more of circumstantial evidence, you know what I'm saying, and theory and stuff like that. So because there's some doubts and everything, that there's holes being poked in their a lot of the testimonies. I have not heard not one full concrete evidence since I've been on there. Yeah, people have been convicted on theory. You're right. You're absolutely right, AJ. But it's harder when you don't have a weapon, and it's harder if you don't have consistency in everybody's testimony. And every testimony I've heard so far has been like, there's questions. And that's what I say with that case with that guy, that the ex-football player one. I was saying it throughout the case that the only thing they had was that the excessive amount of time he shot. But they don't know what was going on in his mind. They don't know the intent of those individuals and things like that. So there was no way you can say that he was guilty of and also he had prior history of his father dying, his father being murdered and things like that. So there's a lot of factors, a lot of pieces and cases that don't go. But there's some cases that when you don't have a strong attorney fighting for you, you're going to get a railroad and you're going to go in. This attorney here, this attorney, he's no joke. He questioning every single aspect of everything. He's not letting nothing slide. He's a very strong attorney. This attorney's no joke. He's not a joke. He's not. It's a death penalty case. They have to be absolutely convincing to the jury. Exactly, Vonnie. See, that's the thing. This is a death penalty case. You can't make a mistake on this case here. You cannot make a mistake because this is the life of a person you're going to take away. So that's why it has me personally. You're going to get a whole clip too. Hey, trial and error. How are you, darling? AJ say, yep, Melly has a great attorney, not letting anything. Exactly. Oh, did y'all see when he laughed and the judge said, what are you laughing at? I don't think he was laughing at the judge. He was just like, you know what I mean? So he made sure he apologized to the judge. That's a smart attorney, y'all. He is not a dummy. I think his stock of being busy is gonna go way up because the performance that he's doing, he's no joke. Oh, that's Boosie's attorney? That's why Boosie beat stuff. Because this attorney is no joke. He knows his stuff. He don't play. He questions everything. He questions every aspect, every little thing. And he is not letting the state slide. The state thought they were going to come in and railroad. Not with this attorney. 8-4 now for DP. 8-4 now for DP. What's that? What does that mean? 8-4 for now. Now for DP. Who's DP? Okay. You're not supposed to lie when your right hand is on the Bible. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Ann. You're not supposed to lie, but if you're threatened, you will lie. So there is a gray area for that, Ann. There's a gray area because if you feel threatened, because they do ask you if you threaten. It says, oh, not to mention the death penalty standard. Yeah, they did lower the standard. They sure did. That's Boosie's attorney. 8-4. What's What's 8 and 4? What is that? What are you talking about? 8 and 4. What are you talking about? Okay, can't complain. Okay. It says, does Boosie have a bond? Okay, Boosie got fed case now selling his Rolls Royce. Is that his Royce for 240,000? Is that true? Is that true? I went on to the to check the doc. I haven't seen anything in there. You are so right, Sylvia. Death penalty. 4 and 8 is death penalty. 8 and 4 is death penalty. Okay. Galatian, he is out. Vonnie, do you have the information about that? Vonnie, thank God he will fight this and win. Do you have, because I don't have anything on the case. I tried to go into Paces to check it out to bring you guys up there. I know he got out, but I didn't get any, okay. Selling Royce. Okay. In order to get death penalty, vote has to be 8 and 4 instead of 10 and 2. Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh. Wow. And that boy just look like a little boy. Every time I look at him, he look like a little kid, look like a little 12-year-old. He doesn't look like an adult. And I know he looked like he's scared at one point. He laughs, and people comment about him laughing. And you know, sometimes when you're nervous and scared, you will laugh. You will laugh. I'm telling you, then that's a nervous condition. You will laugh. You'll smile to keep it from crying. You do a lot of things, and folks are just looking at him. He looks like a scared little boy. Well, Melly knows cameras there, so he has to put on a mask. Yeah, and sometimes, and let me tell you, AJ, a couple of times in that, he forgot he had a camera on him because he was staring at that person. He was staring at them like, okay, what are you looking at? And he got upset a couple of times. His attorney had to nurture him and, put the book up. Put the book up to try not to let them get to him. And here's the deal, y'all. You got to remember, regardless of what we feel, the law said, and we got to stick with the law said he is innocent until proven guilty. He has not been proven guilty. So all of this extra stuff people say, you don't know what the facts are. You got to wait till the whole case plays out. Prayerfully, it'll be played out the right way. And truth will prevail. Justice will be served on either side. That's what we're hoping for. That's what I'm praying for. I don't want anybody to be put in jail that didn't do anything. I don't want anybody not be put in jail if they did something. You get what I'm saying? So you gotta, let the whole case plays out. Speaking of putting books up, what I think about what Attorney Notebook said. Or what do you think about? Or are you asking me what I think about what the Notebook said? What do I think about what the Notebook? I didn't even think about that. I didn't even think about what the Notebook said. I really didn't pay too much attention. I was paying attention to him. So could you refresh my memory what the Notebook said? I know it said something. Just refresh my memory. The evil plans. I don't remember all of it. Somebody put it up what it actually said because I don't remember all of it. I was looking at the movement of the people. He has been promoting this trial on IG. I didn't know he was this popular. His trial is trending all over. So I didn't even either. I didn't know that either, Giovanni. I didn't even know who he was. I had to go back and start I have not listened to his songs because I don't evil plans and stuff. I gotta go look at And guys, please don't forget to hit the like button, share, so this the information that is being placed in this channel will be pushed. And remember, guys, I don't just talk about this case. I talk about a lot of cases, and preferably more ones that are like celebrity cases. I've been called a trial blogger. I go to the trials and I'll give you guys back information from trial. So I'm always in the underdogs realm, because a lot of times vast media will give you the agenda side. I said the agenda side, because there's money. This is all money driven. I'm just going to tell you that a lot of stuff is money driven, and whatever's popular, and I try not to steer that way. I try to be as neutral as possible. I'll probably like give you the human side of the underdog. Okay, the underdog. If people taped into these trials, they could form an informed opinion on trending cases. If people taped into these trials, speaking of money, when Thug gonna get about? AJ, that is the big question, because let me tell you, the judge is not even addressing that at all. From what my understanding, because I asked the attorney, I speak to different people, try to get the feel of what's going on. I know right now there's going to be a lot of vacation happening on either side. I've heard that there are going to be some training session, and then I heard that Bonnie Willis is asking the the court system to lessen the amount of cases they have in person, so they're going to do a lot of things via Zoom. That is not the case with the Young Thug. So there's going to be a lot of like open space, short court hearings, short time at the court, because they're trying to get at least like it down to like 60% of people in the courtroom and courthouse, so they're trying to, because of the Trump situation, they're planning on having an indictment on Trump coming up between July and August in Georgia. So as far as Thug's motion and also Gotti's motion for a hearing on their bond request, the bond motion, I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. And just giving you my personal thoughts on that. So, but I will keep you guys abreast of it. I'll give you guys information on that. Just like just recently, there was a trial that was supposed to be for a little ride, and they postponed that because of the conflicts between the two trials. Okay. Hellucci been in jail longer with no conviction. Yeah, absolutely. And what they're trying to do with that one, but they're going to trial. They're going to trial on January 2024. They're going to try to start in trial there. That's what Judge Cox said. He is the judge that's presiding over that case. So, and I've been covering that one also. That one is not as popular, but there's a hearing coming up in August. I'll be at that hearing for that one, and I'll give you guys the 411 on that. So that is my short answer to your question, AJ. We don't know. And that whole innocent before proven guilty, innocent, but you're spending 4 or 5 years in jail. How is that innocent? Tell me. You're in jail 4 or 5 years, right? But you're innocent. How does that add up? Don't. Yeah, it's guilty until proven innocent, because you're spending 4 or 5 years in jail prior to your trial, but you're innocent. You have no freedom, but you're innocent. You get what I'm saying? You're innocent. That's what the law says. You're innocent. Okay? Okay. I don't know how that equates to innocence when you're in jail, because I don't know. They get time out us first, and then if we're rich, they take our millions. But I regress. Yet people get bond. Just saying, yeah, certain people get bond. I've seen murderers. Jeffrey Dahmer was offered a bond. Huh. Do you guys remember that? Jeffrey Dahmer, the man who ate those boys and all that and had body counts that was way past 15. That dude had a bond. That dude had a bond. He couldn't afford the bond. Oh, hold on, y'all. I got a Cash App. Gotta play my music. Hold on, y'all. Cash App music here. Hold on. Thank you, Charles, for the Cash App. Woo! Okay, that's my money song, because when I get a Cash App, I have to celebrate. All right, let's see what it says. AJ, Bonnie said, AJ, I hope Glanville is watching Judge Murray. I'm impressed how he's running things in his courtroom. Felicia Fee says, I think they just drying out. Jay Williams, money waiting. Hey, Rosie, good morning. Good afternoon. It's still morning over there for you, but it got an afternoon for me over here. I don't know. Yeah. Is it? No, it's 11:55 over there. I hope he is too. He's opinion rooted in facts, just saying. Hello. You know what, guys? We can't let them shun us from speaking, We can't be afraid of speaking our mind, because that's our First Amendment rights. Freedom of speech. Whether they say you gotta bring it back to their memory. I have a right to give my opinion about something. I have a right to speak about it. I'm not doing anything that is not lawful. Just because I disagree with you, just because I give my opinion of how I see things, I'm going from my own personal perspective or perspective. Yeah, my own personal perspective of what's happening. I have a right, just like everybody in my chat has a right to give their opinion. Doesn't make it wrong. It's not. It's a right, and I'm using my freedom of speech to speak my opinion. Okay. The opinion of the host is not the opinion of the people in the chat. The people in the chat opinion is not my opinion. I go by what my personal experience in life and how I perceive things, and that's where my opinion is coming from. Okay. And it does not make me wrong. As a Black woman, I see things totally different from a white woman or a white male or a Black male. I see things totally different. My experience is totally different from theirs. And I'm going to speak my opinion. You may not like it, but I am entitled to it. And AJ says there are opinion rooted. Okay, we read that one. This one says, oh, I'm technically Henry County resident, but I got time. I'll be on jury. And he said, I'll be non-partial. I swear, yeah, right. Okay, Fee said, it's money thing. Notice Bill Cosby, Kelly Williams, and also with this young man, when they started talking about buying themselves like land and owning, here comes a mess, I think. No, you got something right there, Felicia. You got something right there. Let me be the first juror pick. Just put me on up in a hotel, not a motel. Well, I do not want to be on a jury in that case. You know why? It's too freaking long. It's, I mean, I can move about in the courtroom. I've been there since day one. And but I can move about. But if I'm getting there and I'm being part of a juror, I have to sit there until they say it's time to get up. You know, only thing I can do is go to the bathroom. And even then, I got to go to the bathroom with a group. You know what I'm saying? I can't just get up and say, oh, Your Honor, I got to go to the bathroom. Even though the judge said that people with certain condition will be offered a bathroom right there. He showed it to them a couple of times. I don't know how that's going to work out in the courtroom. And that's more of imaginary theory. It's going to work out perfect. But I doubt that. Because as soon as they say, somebody says they have an issue with like having to go to the bathroom like 1,000 times a day, I wonder how he's going to react when they got to go to the bathroom 1,000 times a day. I don't know. You know, we couldn't make all these promises to these people, but when the facts come down to it, but it's on the court records that you did say that, Your Honor. Oh, I forgot about Jeffrey. Had just got 100 acres about to make a new own city. Interesting. Yes, and it happens, y'all. This is what is happening. It's all about money. It's all about do not let the black man own anything. Do not let the black man have a control, have influence, because you know what? That's a threat to our establishment. And this is Sylvia saying, okay? This is Sylvia. I have my opinion and people don't like my opinion. Okay, that's fine. But I will not be shut. I will not be shut up. I will not. You can't shut me. No. But in the meantime, they said they will be back at 1:15. 1:15, they said they'll be back. Hold on a second, guys. Yeah, and thank you guys for being here. Hey, Doc, TTH, where have you been, young lady? Where have you been? You've been MIA, ma'am. And I'm looking for, I won't call you out, but you know who I'm looking for? I'm looking for a couple of y'all. If y'all in the bushes, y'all need to come out and say, hey, y'all in the bushes, because then I'm going to be doing the APB out for you. Where are you? Haven't seen you in the chat. Y'all think my memory, you've been missing me? Okay. Okay, back to fact. It has, okay, let's see. Back to facts. He has 8 charges, right? 5 of which are some type of possession. You know what? It's been a while. It's been a while. I think it is 8 charges. Yeah, I think it is 8 charges. It's been a while. I have to go back and refreshing my memory of the charges that these individuals have. And since now we're down to 8, maybe I can go back and refreshing everyone's memory and give you guys who's still on part of the case. So I am not, if you guys notice, I am not in court. I'll be in court tomorrow. I will be back in the courtroom tomorrow. So I've been like home taking care of some business. Hey Gigi, good morning, good afternoon, if you wherever you are, because some people still in the morning time, those in California. Is Dom K, are you in the bushes? Are you in the bushes, Dom? I need to find out what is the status of what I asked you for, sir. But guys, I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty excited of so much information that we're getting in regard to these cases, right? Maybe I just like to give you guys a different point of view, a different spin to a lot of things, and not go by the masses, and be as super. Hold on a second. Hold on. Again, shout out to Law and Crime. They've been the pioneers of all these cases, man. They've just been pushing them out. You know, we had a little hiccup. I had a little hiccup with them, but I gotta give them their props, y'all. They've been on it. They've been showing all these cases, you know. Original question. Okay, it says original question. How did you get into the court case watching? How did I get into? Okay, well, I started out with R. Kelly being a supports group in R. Kelly's case, and I started a channel. And when I started a channel, some of my subscribers was like, I asked them, did you guys want me to go to these trials? And they said, yeah, and they supported me in going. And that's how, I started going. And I've always loved the law. I at first, my younger years, I wanted to be a lawyer, but I hate, should I say this word? I hate writing, but I had to write in school. But when I was told that in law, you got to write a whole bunch, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. But I do love law, so that's how I got involved in it. Oh, I put you on to Law and Crime. Oh, AJ. Yeah, they're the bomb. They're the bomb. We had a little hiccup with them, but I just felt like they'd be bullying people. They bully people, these big calamity companies, they'd be bullying folks. And I'm gonna speak my mind. It might not like it, I'm gonna speak my mind. They ain't gonna change me. But they're great. Law and Crime is very, very good. They get the information now, and that's what I like about them. They're consistent. And you guys, if you see Kathy Russo, man, you guys, if have not subscribed to her on her channel or Twitter, subscribe to her, because that woman, she is a hard worker. She is a hard worker. And I got to give it to her. I got to give her props, right? But Law and Crime is killing the game. It's killing the game. I mean, they came up and they passed. I didn't even know who they were. I know Law and Order. I know but they're good. They're good. They're very good. So anyone can go to these, or you have to have credentials. You can go every single case on a docket of any courtroom. You can go in to see. Okay. Now, with the COVID thing, it kind of changed the court system, that they limit the amount of people and stuff like that. But you are allowed to. That is your right as a United States resident, a United States citizen. It's not just for citizens. Even if you're a foreigner, you can go into the courtroom, and it's public. It's a public place. They have to have space. If you don't have enough space, they keep you out because of that. But as far as there is protocols that's been placed for Thug's case, because they say that case is a dangerous case. They're not letting everybody into that case. You can't bring cameras. And high profile cases, you're not allowed to bring in the phone. You're not allowed to bring in the cameras and stuff like that. You can watch it yourself, but you're not allowed unless you have credentials to have that. And I have credentials for that. And some places call a Rule 11, and some places call a Rule 22. Some places it's called media credentials. I mean, it's called different things for different places. But if you want to bring a camera or be able to use your phone and stuff, you have to have approval for that. Children court is a little different. Yes, it is a little different, children, because for the protection of the children, and family court it is different. Now, but for divorce, you can go to a divorce. I mean, I have, from the time I've been interested in court, I have sat in different courtrooms, even when I was doing business law. One of my classes that I went in undergrad is I was assigned to a court to do a court watch, right? And you go, you give example of what happened, how for the class, right? You are allowed to go in any court, even children court, but there are certain restrictions on those. You can go, anybody can go into a child courtroom. Yeah, anybody. But if it's a closed case of some abuse or something, there is some sort of protocol and restrictions on those. But regular court, you can. Yes, you can do divorce. You can TTH. You can do children thing too, but it's some restrictions. It's some restriction. You have to have a reason to be in it, especially if it's like violation of a child. Got a child been violated and stuff like that. Oh, okay. There's a, okay, you know what? I'm going to show you guys another court case you can go to.
Ms. Collins, you're in
Hold on.
position
I'm gonna show y'all Judge Manning. Hold on a second. Judge Manning has a court cases every single day. She is the preliminary judge in Fulton County, and she comes on every day. She does night court and morning court, and so a lot of cases that I have observed it through her. And here's her cases. Like, and you can go online and look at her cases. This is her courtroom right here. And I'm gonna let y'all listen to something. She does preliminary hearings. And I told her, I said I was gonna play her thing on there. So hi, Judge Manning.
By taking felony, and Ms. Kennebrews here in Mr. Kazoli's stead, and Ms. Kennebrew is waiving prelim. They're signing that, and Ms. Watts, we'll leave it over here on the desk in front of me so that we'll file it in the morning, Ms. Kennebrew. And she wants to be heard on bond.
Gosh, give me 1 second.
Okay.
GCFC is moving a little slow there.
Sorry, it's a little loud in here. I can't hardly, but I think you should give me a second.
Okay.
And Ms. Watts, while you're listening, the case that's assigned to Mr. Houston,
Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to open here. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm trying to close some of these things. Hold on, let me show y'all. Hold on. I had to. Okay, this is Judge Manning. She is a
Just give me
county.
3 more seconds.
And you guys, do you remember the case where I was telling you?
oh, you said 1 more second?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, that was Mr. Lyle, and I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna turn her down for a minute. Hold on, I'm gonna turn her down. Okay, I just
yes.
want to say something to you guys before I start telling you. Do you remember the case where that Blaylock, he was sick, and I said that evening that I saw him on doing a hearing because doing a hearing with something that happened in a jail. Well, this is Judge Manning. He was in front of her court. Okay. Judge Manning is one of the preliminary court. She's also she does family court. She does, child support and things like that. She does that. She does a lot of different courts in there. And I see her very, very often in the courtroom. So, and I told her that I was going to basically show some of her stuff. And she's like, who are you with? That type of thing. So I'm going to let you guys hear a little bit of this, and you guys can just go start following her channel. Okay, hold on a second. I have to put the volume back up for y'all.
37 years of age. He is here on an alleged theft by taking. He has been in Georgia for the past 6 years. He does have a valid address. He did attend college. He was a freshman in college until about a year ago. We are asking for a UJR to his hold. He has a hold out of Marietta. If you are not inclined to do the UJR to the hold, then we will be asking for a bond not to exceed $5,000 so that he can get into a treatment program that Attorney Kazoli has been working on.
All right. Ms. Patton?
I'll consent to the 5,000 and the treatment program. And Ms. Kennebrew, if he is accepted into that treatment program, if things need to change, Mr. Kazoli can email me about that specifically.
But we would prefer the UJR, Your Honor, if you're inclined.
So you want to do that same thing that we did this morning?
I don't quite remember.
Where we did like the 5,000, and then if the hold doesn't come get him, if it's a UJR, unless the hold doesn't come get him, then it's 5,000.
We will be amenable to that.
And this is pre-trial, y'all. This is pre-trial. This is
Who's that?
I don't know. I hear it sounded like they were like right here.
Yes, Your Honor, that's fine.
And where's he going to live? Do you live in, let me see. This address is Sumac Drive.
Okay, I'm gonna end this and, all right. Our other case that we're doing is about to start, but I just want to give you guys a little 411 because I love giving information for you guys to go and check it out. So a lot of cases that are in Fulton County usually come through her. In fact, I think that young lady who, the deputy who got that $1 million bond, that's considered excessive bond. So she probably come back through there. You might be able to see if you watch it every day. You might be able to see her. So Judge Manning, if you go to her channel, it is what is that channel called? I don't have it in front of me. But anyway, if you guys want to check it out, just check it out. Let me see. Hold on. Her channel is called, one second. I'll get it for you guys. Okay, her channel is called 1A _ ORCA preliminary hearing. Okay, and it's Judge Alex Manning. Judge Alex Manning. Y'all want to know? Judge Alex Manning. Yeah, I was taking classes for CASA, Dr. TTH. I was taking classes for CASA, and I slipped up and left them. I supposed to be a CASA. Okay. I mean, yeah. I know about CASA. Yeah. They keep contacting me. Oh, you gonna finish your whole process? Are you coming? There's a lot of things I want to do in court, but I haven't. See the point. That's the point. You're poor. They give you extensive, unattainable bond, but you're rich. They give you no bond. Huh? You said a mouthful right there, JJ. You said a mouthful. Okay, I think they're coming back now. Let's go back and see if we can watch this. Hold on, see if they're coming back. Hold on.
And he really showed a different side of himself that he was normally to his calm, cool, charismatic self.
Bryson, I'm curious myself to see what the jury's reaction was when Melly blew that kiss, which the victim's family said was disrespectful. Did they see that? How did they react to that?
It wasn't really him blowing a kiss. It was him reciting a prayer that ended with a blowing a kiss. It's more like he was saying the prayer and then he blew it out into the world. But I don't think the jury was even aware of what was going on or aware of what happened. Now, the victim's family were displeased, but they were completely displeased with the fact that he's as charismatic and trying to be as charming as he can be to the rest of the courtroom. Having celebrities show up on his behalf and whatnot doesn't sit well with them at all. Just him showing the lack of remorse doesn't sit well with them at all, and him just not really caring about the fact that he is on trial with the state seeking the death penalty it's upsetting to them.
Bryson, anything you're expecting to happen this afternoon and as the rest of the trial continues?
I think a lot of eyes will be on Kevin Lyles, who is the label owner of the record label that YNW Melly signed with in 2018, right before he surrendered himself to authorities. And they're going to be looking at him and his demeanor and what he'll be doing and how supportive he will be with Melly. As we walked out the courtroom, it said he told Jamie King that it warmed his heart to see Melly in the courtroom. And Jamie King also replied and said that for Melly, it warmed his heart to see him come and support him. So I think a lot of eyes will be on Lyles, as well as the victim's family who visibly show their upset, visibly show their anger, and consistently stare at Melly instead of paying attention to the trial at hand.
Bryson, thank you so much for those courtroom tidbits. We look forward to hearing more from you later. We have a couple of more questions before we take another break here. Brian, I'm going to have you take this one. King Punky has a question. He asked, do you think Felicia Holmes' memory loss behind her statement will work in Jamel Demon's favor?
Well, King, I'll put it this way: it's definitely not gonna hurt him. And this is the way I think about it. You might not win every witness and from what they say as a defense attorney or as a defendant, but so long as it's not hurting you, in of itself, that's a win. I don't see them being able to take her testimony and use it to their advantage. I don't think it's really even going to come up on the defense's summation. But the fact that they put a witness on the stand that didn't really hurt the defendant, Mr. Demons, I think that can be pointed to as this is a botched investigation. Why did they bring this case? Why did they bring this witness? This is a waste of your time. This is a waste of my time. Go back there, come back in 5 minutes, and let's get a not guilty verdict and let's get out of here. So in that regard, I think it does help.
All right, we have one more question before we take another break here. Afi, I'm going to let you handle this one. Alicia Richardson asked, do you think there's enough evidence for a death penalty?
No.
Thanks, Alicia. I think that at this point, no.
No, definitely
And
not.
as I said earlier, you've got to show me that there was some sort of, for me, I would need to see some sort of conspiracy, some sort of cold-blooded, premeditated murder. And I don't think that the prosecution has done that yet. I do think motive is something that I'd want to see. And that's why I think it's interesting that Mr. Lyles is going to testify, because I have read and heard that a motive might have been money. And I do wonder what he was doing with the label, what kind of deal were they working out, how was money involved, and was there some type of confusion or disagreements between the artists with respect to dealing with the label and the money and the licensing of the name. So, but thus far, I do not think that they have proven or shown me any motive, and I don't think that there's been any proof to me of cold-blooded, premeditated murder, and they still have not put the gun in his hand for me.
Yeah, there are still a lot of questions that everyone has, and hopefully we're going to get more answers as this trial progresses. I do want to thank all of you for joining us for a very special Q&A on this Melly double murder trial. We hope to see you again soon. We're going to have to take a quick break here on Law and Crime, but when we come back, we're going to check in on the courtroom and see what
All right, so that was that's the guy who's covering the case. His name, he's on Twitter. If you guys want to follow him, I've been following him as he's been giving play-by-play on the what's happening in the courtroom, because he is in the courtroom. So I'm gonna give you guys his name. Hold on a second. He's pretty good. I like him. I'm learning a lot from how he's tweeting, but some things I wouldn't be tweeting, because like, hold on a second. I'm gonna give you his name. The guy that I'm following. Let's see. His name is Bryson Boom Paul. Bryson Boom Paul. That is the guy that you just saw speaking in there. His Twitter handle is at Bryson Boom Paul. BryssonBoomPaul. Okay, that's who I'm following, who's been putting out the content for the trial. So, and he took some pictures on the outside. I wonder why. He took a picture of the family and the judge. There you go. He took a picture of Kevin Lyles, y'all. You see Kevin Lyles right here? He took a picture of Kevin Lyles. It's Kevin Lyles with the hat turned backwards. I know you know who he is, Doc. He took a picture of Kevin Lyles. Oh, I spelled his name wrong. Oh, I spelled Kevin Lyle's name wrong. I spelled it wrong in the chat. It's Liles. You know, he was at Young Thug's hearing, one of the hearings. He was there. He kind of remind me of what's his name? Russell Simmons. He kind of remind me of Russell Simmons. His complexion, his facial look. He kind of remind me of Russell Simmons. Don't he remind you of Russell Simmons a little bit? So I am about to, this is the end of my little commentary for this. I'm gonna be watching this on my own. Hope you guys were a little enlightened. Oh, okay. Jennifer just posted, she said, well, not just an hour ago, it says accusation is not facts. It's not hard to make an accusation, particularly about something that allegedly happened 50 years ago. That mainstream media eats this up like candy without a real vetting is an embarrassment. All right, so yes, I will see you guys later. Court is back. Oh, court is back. Let's see. Hold on.
Whereby during cross-examination of a state witness, defense counsel had asked whether or not the witness had previously told detectives and that he made a statement and expressed surprise at some piece of evidence. And the state, his response was he didn't recall, don't remember anything along those lines. And the end result was that the Supreme Court said in order to resolve this claim, I'm reading from the 8th page of the opinion, it said in order to resolve this claim, we must examine the law relating to the admissibility of prior inconsistent statements. Prior inconsistent statements are not hearsay and can be admitted as substantive evidence. And quotes, if the declarant testifies at trial or hearing and is subject to cross-examination concerning the statement, and the statement is inconsistent with the declarant's testimony and was given under oath subject to the penalty of perjury at a trial, hearing, or other proceeding or in a deposition. Then it goes on and says this court has held that a statement given under oath during police investigation is not a statement given at an other proceeding and consequently is not admissible as substantive evidence. Second case I have is SL v. State, as I said, 993 Southern 2nd 1108. And that's a little more succinct. And at the second page of the opinion, it says, in order to resolve this appeal, we must determine whether the statement made by SL's mother to the deputy were admissible as substantive evidence. The Florida rules of evidence provide that prior inconsistent statements are admissible as substantive evidence if the declarant testifies at trial or hearing subject to cross-examination regarding the statement, and the statement is inconsistent with the declarant's testimony given under oath, subject to the penalty of perjury at trial, hearing, or other proceeding or in a deposition. It goes on and says, interpreting this provision, the Florida Supreme Court recognized that a statement given during police investigation is not a statement given at an other proceeding, end quote. Doesn't appear to me that that statement is admissible as substantive evidence, counsel. So what the end result of all of this is, if you ask the witness denies remembering the statement and you want to read it to him, I don't see how a curative instruction telling a jury it's only for impeachment purposes and not as substantive evidence is going to resolve it. So my thought would be just to keep it out. So I sustain you, Judge.
So it's just so it's
That's a
clear,
win
it
for
is
the
not a prior inconsistent statement. So the line of case
That was
law
an
that you cited would not be applicable. It's a past recollection recorded, which is a very specific subset. So I refer to Earhart on that specific issue, 9803 sub 5.
Excuse me one second. Could you get my here? I left it on my desk. No, I'm sorry, Council, what section are you pointing out?
9803.
In your order.
Yes, subsection 5, 98035, which in the 2022 edition starts on page 1104. citations. I provided a copy to defense and a copy for your honor. And the light is located at 116 7th 3rd, 270 Florida Supreme Court, 2013.
Guys, what kind of teeth he got in his mouth? 'Cause before he had gold ones. Is that fake teeth he got in his mouth? I know that's a weird question, right? Pretty Brown House said it looked crazy. It's taking him a while for him to make a decision on this. He already made a decision, so I guess he must be rethinking it. And what they're trying to do is decide whether or not they're going to allow her testimony to be considered impeachment, or is it they're going to allow it in there? think he does. I don't think he has any kids, Sandra. Well, guys, I'm about to end in the next 2 minutes because I gotta take care of some stuff. But it's been a pleasure to be with you guys this afternoon. Maybe we could do this sometime real soon. Hopefully, this case will be over and we can talk about it. Yeah, I'm gonna end, and I will see you guys later. Bye. Don't forget to share. Hit the like button, and I'll see you guys later. And Twitter, hey. Bye, guys.